Hi learners, good evening. Welcome to Unify study. We are learning logical reasoning series. So this is our second day on logical reasoning. Hope you are clear with the basic concepts of logical reasoning which we are discussing for the past classes. Good evening Ammu, Meenakshi, Jaspreet, Tangaponnu, Tamilchelvi, Jivita, Lekha, Lata, Deepa, Pritika, Niveta, Madhumita, Pavitra, Ande Srinivas, Chandrika, Geeta, Sriramya. Good evening. Good evening. Usha Nandini, good evening. Yeah. Logical reasoning, third day. How a square of a position? Did you tried any problems? Any PYQs, any past year questions? Did you tried? Good evening Charanya, Shivani, Kishori, Anand, Simna, Jayalakshmi. Please kindly like the session, share with your friends. Kaushalya, Ramya. Good evening Parimala. Okay. Good evening. Chetan, Rajeshwari. Okay, shall we start the session? Yes, hope we start the session. Okay, right. So yesterday many of you were asking about the distribution, right? So for distribution, for fallacy, there are some main topics that we are supposed to learn in logical reasoning. One minute. Yeah. Yes. So far we have learned about square of a position, very important topic, square of a position, and we have learned reasoning. Good evening everyone, good evening, please do join. And now we are going to learn about fallacy. So these are all the sheer short topics that we regularly get questions in our net exams, right? Yesterday home test answer, ma'am. Yes, Pritika, we will check. You can post the answers. Yes. So short questions are from these topics we will be getting. So today we are going to see fallacy. See, I am not going to directly get into fallacy. Before getting into fallacy, there are few things that we are supposed to learn. Okay. So after learning that concept, we will be going into fallacy. Okay. I hope you remember this table. So this table has the different, what do you mean by proposition? What do you mean by categorical proposition? And we have 4 different types of categorical proposition. What are the categorical proposition? A type, E type, I type and O type. Yes, A type, E type, I type and O type are the 4 types of proposition. And we know the statement forms, how it will be. And we know what do you mean by quantity and what do you mean by quality. Yes, Tom, it's not a problem. Yes, on time. Just now only I started. Quantity and quality. Quantity means what? The universal and particular we call it as quantity. And with respect to quality, the positive, affirmative sentence and negative sentence we use quality. These are the terms we use to describe the quantity and the quality. And I put this on wait list actually. I have not taught you the distributed. Today we are going to study what is this distribution. Okay. So whenever we take a proposition, whenever we take a statement, we have two important terms called the subject and the predicate. The subject and the predicate. What is a subject? About what we are going to, the talk we call it as a subject, and with what we describe we call it as a predicate. Okay. So now we are going to see which is going to get distributed in which type of sentences we have to learn. Okay, right. A-E-I-O. Not you, Tom. It's A-E-I-O. Okay, right. So let me start. You may ask a question, ma'am, how subject is distributed, how subject and predicate is distributed. Neither predicate. So are you interested to learn this topic today? First I would like to know. Are you interested to learn this topic? Are you interested to learn this topic? Yes? Yes? Are you interested? Yes. Yes, Jivita, Vanita. Yes, Soumya, Avani. Interested. Yes. So without interest, we cannot learn anything, right? Don't have any kind of burden. Just if you don't know anything about this distribution, so today you are going to learn something new. That's all. Okay. If you know about the distribution, you are going to add a knowledge about this distribution. Simple. Two things. Either you'll be a beginner or you'll learn something. If you are a beginner, you're going to have a new knowledge. If you don't know if you have known this distribution, just you're going to add new things along with the things which you know before. Yes, right. So now let me say how this for A type sentences. Whenever I say A type sentences, the subject will be distributed. Whenever we say it's E type proposition, their subject and predicate will be distributed. For I, neither both will not be distributed. For O type, predicate will be distributed. So first, if you take A type sentences, what is A? All apples are red. We say all apples are red. Right, this is how we say. So see here, apples are called as what? Apples are called as the subject. Apples are called. Please listen very carefully and we will go very slowly so that you can understand. Don't get distracted. Here apples we call it as what? Subject. And the red is called what? Predicate. Clear? So see, all apples. Here I am talking about two classes of people. Two different classes of people. One class is apple and one class is red color. Okay. I am relating apple and red by A-R-E. Right? So I am talking about two classes. One class is apples and another class is what? Red. Okay. So here see, all apples are red. So here I am talking about the apples. So all the apples will comes under this red category. So here this we call it as what? Distribution. I tell all the apples. Okay. All the apples, all the class of apples comes under red. Right. So all apples are red in color. So here the subject is said to be distributed. The subject is distributed. Here I cover all the classes. The classes of apple. All the things have been covered in this category. So here the subject is being distributed. Here I have not talked about anything about red. Only apple need not be red. There will be other things which can also be red which is not been mentioned. So this predicate is not distributed. This is undistributed. This is undistributed. Clear? No Aruna, not yet discussed Aruna. Not yet discussed. Home test not yet discussed. I will discuss. Yes. Right? So here the red is undistributed. Clear? So here we will say distribution is subject will be distributed. Number 1. And number 2, E. When I take E type sentences, I will be telling no apples are red. No apples are red. See here also I am talking about two classes. One is apple, another one is red. I am telling here no apples are red. So I am covering all the apples in red color which are totally distributed here. Because I am talking about apple and also concerned about red. Both the classes have been distributed. Clear? Right? I am talking about the whole class. See, and remember the word, the whole thing, whole class. So I am telling no apples are red. No apples are red. So here both the subject and the predicate will be distributed. You understand the term? I mean whole class. No apples means what? all the apples there are not red. All the apples are not red. Clear? So here both the subject and predicate will be distributed. Clear with these 2 points? Yes? Yes. So now I move to the next sentence, I type sentence. What is I? Some apples are red. How we mention? Some apples are red. Here which one will come? Here this part will come. Some apples, here this is some apple are red. So this part will come. So see here I am talking about what? Apple, but not the whole apple set. I am just talking about some, not the whole apple set, whole apple class, all the apple class, because I am just talking about, see, some apples and some red, not all the things. I am talking about some apple and some red. So here see, both the things are undistributed. Am I clear? Am I clear? See, some apples and some red are not fully distributed. Hence, it's not fully distributed. So here both the things are undistributed. Clear? Neither subject nor predicate distributed. It means what? Undistributed. Next, O type sentence. What is O? Some apples are not red. Some apples are, this is apples, this is red. So some apples are not red, will not comes under the red category. This one will be there. Okay, yet here see apples. Here also I am talking about some apples. So some apples, there is not a full class, so this is undistributed. This is undistributed. And red, I am talking about are not red. Are not red. So here it is distributed. Distributed. Is it clear? Is it clear? Yes, I hope clear. Predicate distributed. Yes. So this is subject. This is predicate. Again, this is subject and this is predicate. Yes. Yes. Hope clear? Yes. Yes, clear. All the 4 concepts A, E, I, O. A, E, I, O. For A type sentences, what will be distributed? Subject will be distributed. For E type sentences, what will be distributed? Both subject and predicate will be distributed. For I type sentences, neither subject nor predicate will be distributed. Both will not be distributed. For O type sentence, what will be distributed? Predicate alone will be distributed. Yes, clear? Any doubt? Got it? Clear? Yes. So this is about the distribution. So ma'am, I am not get the meaning of distribution. Shivani, distribution means what? The meaning, right? See here, I take the before slide. All apples are red. All apples are red. Okay, so I say all apples are red. Here the distribution is the subject is being given importance. That is distribution. The subject means giving importance. That too full importance, full class I am concentrating. That is what I mean distribution. Distribution. Yes. Yes. That is what I mean distribution. Distribution means full class. I am talking about full class. When I talk all girls are beautiful, right? All girls. I am talking all the girls in this universe are beautiful. Distributed. All the girls distributed, right? That is distribution. Yes. Very good. Yes. Very good. Clear? Clear, Shivani? Very good. Yes? Yes. So you have to remember, A means subject, E means subject and predicate, I means neither, nothing, O means predicate. Yes. With this understanding, now we will move to the concept of syllogism and then with fire. What do you mean by a syllogism? What do you mean by a syllogism? A syllogism is nothing but an argument which consists of 3 statements, okay, where it will have 2 premises and 1 conclusion. It will be having 2 premises and it will having 1 conclusion, okay. So a syllogism is consisting of 3 categorical proposition. Not we have seen one A type, E type, I type, O type, right? Similarly, we have a syllogism will consist of 3 categorical proposition, okay, and which in these 3 categorical proposition it will contain 3 distinct terms, and that terms will exactly appear 2 of the 3 proposition. Now, what is the term? We don't know what is the terms. Yes, we will see what are the terms. We have a 3 terms called major term. Last class I told you, right? Major term, minor term and middle term. Learners, please kindly listen. This will come in the Indian logic also. Here we are studying in the Western logic. This is in Western logic given by Aristotle. We will study the same thing back in Indian logic. Please kindly be careful when you listen to me. Okay, these terms will be repeated back again in Indian logic. So major term, minor term, middle term. So when I take a syllogism, right? When I take a syllogism, it consists of 3 categorical proposition, and that 3 categorical proposition. See, this is a categorical proposition, right? This is a categorical proposition. All mammals are creatures that have hair. It is a syllogism. Okay. All dogs have mammals. This is a proposition. Okay. Next. Therefore, all dogs are creatures that have hair. So see, this is your premise 1. This is your premise 2. And this is your conclusion. Am I right? Am I right? This is your premise 1, this is your premise 2, and this is your conclusion. Yes. Okay, in this whole, these 3 things we call it as what? We call it as a syllogism. Okay, syllogism. And here we see we have 3 distinct terms. I have given you with different colors. What are the distinct terms? Mammal is 1 term, dogs 1 term, creatures that have 1 term. So we have totally 3 distinct terms. And see, all these 3 terms will appear twice. You check, this will come twice, this will come twice, this will come twice. Very good, super. So when it have this form, and we will say it is a correct form. It is a correct structure of a proposition, correct structure of a syllogism. Okay. See, we have a major term, we have a minor term, and we have a middle term. Ma'am, how do we identify it is a major term, minor term, middle term? How to identify? We have to go to the conclusion. In conclusion, whatever comes in the predicate, okay, whatever comes in the predicate, we will say that as the major term. Go to the conclusion, whatever comes there in the predicate place, and that we call it as what? The major term. And in the conclusion, whatever comes in the subject part, we will say it is a minor term. Whatever term which repeats in the premise, and we call it as a middle term. Yes? Clear to this point? Clear to this point? If clear to this point? Yes. 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 Guys, do reply so that if you have doubts I can clarify, because without clarification I cannot go further. Yes. In conclusion, right? In conclusion, the predicate will be a major term. In conclusion, the subject will be your minor term, and which repeats in both will be your middle term. Clear? Yes, very good. Yes. So you have to be clear with major, minor and the middle term. Okay, right. Okay. Then here, from here we move to a term called fallacy. Ma'am, what do you mean by fallacy? Fallacy is nothing but an error. Fallacy is nothing but an error. Whenever we have an error in this formation, in the structure formation, we need to have a syllogism should have three categorical proposition, and those three categorical propositions should have three distinct terms, and in the three distinct terms, every term should appear twice. One time this has been asked in a statement based question. Okay, syllogism, how it should be. One time it has been asked in a statement based question. It should have three categorical proposition, it should have three distinct terms, and each term should appear twice. Right? Okay. Here see, go to conclusion. You should have two premise, one conclusion. In the conclusion, this we call it as the subject, this we call it as the predicate. So the predicate term, right, that should be, that we call it as what? The major term, and the subject we call it as what? Minor term, and where one repeats in the premises we call it as the middle term. See, observe one thing, whatever there in predicate we call major term, right? That major should be in premise 1, and this premise 1 we call it as what? Major premise. Please kindly note it down in your notebook, so that it's very important basic concepts of fallacy. Okay, whatever comes there, dog is your minor term, that should be in your second premises, and that second premises we call it as what? Minor premises. You call it as what? Minor premises. Yes, clear? Yes, it's for yes. So major premise, minor premise and conclusion. Yes. Okay. So what do you mean by fallacy then? Fallacy is nothing but an error. It is nothing but an error. Error in what, ma'am? Error can be in two steps. Either it can be an error in the structure, or the error can be with the content or the substance. Right? It's a content. C-O-N-T-E-N-T. It's a content. Okay. It can be in either parts. So whenever there is a error in the structure, what is the structure, ma'am? One or more conclusion means how to identify me. Money chain, there will not be more than one conclusion. A categorical proposition should contain only, a syllogism should contain only one conclusion. There will not be two or more conclusion. If it comes means then there is an error. Ma'am, will the major term come in the premise? Always. Cannot be. Yes. In second premise, major premise should not be there. If it is been there means we have to rearrange. Major premise is one where it should contain a major term. Minor premise is a one which should contain a minor term. This is the rule. How a syllogism should be. It's a rule. Okay. A major term should be there in the major premise, the first premise. Minor term is a term which should be in the minor premise, the second premise. Conclusion which should have both the major and the minor in their respective places. Middle which appear in both the premises. Clear? Okay. Now today in our class we are going to focus on formal fallacy. Okay. So let me look on the formal fallacy. What we are going to check? The structure is right or not. What structure, ma'am? See, P1, P2 and conclusion. P1, P2 and conclusion. If there is any change in the structure, that is the placement of the major, middle and the minor terms, and then we will say there is a fallacy. Okay, right. We will start with an example. Say example. I give an example. Is it visible? Okay. All A R B. All C R B. All A R C. We have to say, is that it is right or wrong? Is there any error in this? We have to say. See, all A or B, all A are C, all C are B, all A are C. First we have to go to the conclusion, check the major term. C is the major term, predicate is the major term. Find out whether it is there in your major premise. See, it is not there in the major premise. Check A, this is your minor premise. It is not there in your premise 2. So here there is a fallacy. So here there is a fallacy. There is an error in the structure, and that we call it as what? Formal fallacy. That we call it as formal fallacy. Yes? Yes, yes, MD Sophie is right. Clear? Yes. So here we got fallacy, error, and it's called formal fallacy. Please do like, share with your friends, put like to the session. Yes, thank you. Yes, very good. C is major, but it is not there in the premise 1. No, it is given as it is. It is given as it is. With this given statement, we have to say it is okay or not. If it is, if we have changed that P1 to P2, P2 and it is changed means then it will be right. But it is not there. So it's wrong. Clear? Okay, now we will go. So formal fallacies are of like, these are the rules, these are the different formal fallacies will occur. Okay, these are the different types of formal fallacies. Undistributed middle, illicit major, illicit minor. Undistributed middle, illicit major, illicit minor, fallacy of exclusive premises. Negative premises requires a negative conclusion. Similarly, a positive premise requires a positive conclusion, and existential fallacy. These are the types of fallacy. Don't get panic with the names. First of all, I would like to say, don't get panic with the names and the big list. Don't worry. Each and everything is very simple. And hence, we are looking in YouTube. You have a privilege of going back again, check the video, and you can come back. So don't worry about anything. Okay. Stay positive to listen. Yes, ma'am. Again, one more for fallacy. Fallacy is nothing but an error. That too with a structure. Structure is nothing but what? P1, P2 conclusion. This is the structure in which all the terms has to be placed in the correct place. Middle, major means it should be there in the major premise. Middle should be there in the both the things. Minor should be there in the minor premise. This is basic. If there is any change in this structure, then we will say there is a formal fallacy. If the error is with respect to structure, underline last time this has been asked in statement based question, formal and informal. Formal structure, informal content, that we'll see. This they interchanged and they gave in a statement based question. Both are false actually at that time. Okay, right. So when we attend formal fallacies, simply draw this diagram. Simply draw this one or remember this one. A type means subject distribution, E type means subject and predicate, I type means none, O type means predicate. You remember this distribution. Okay. So that there is any mistake with this distribution, then we will say there is a fallacy. Now shall we start? Shall we start with the fallacies? Yes? Yes. So we will start with the fallacy. First one is undistributed middle. First one is undistributed middle fallacy. What do you mean by undistributed middle fallacy? So, what do you mean by middle term? A term which appears in the two premises we call middle term. If that middle term it's not distributed, right, in any one of your premises, then we will say it is an undistributed middle fallacy has been occurred. See, a formal fallacy in a categorical syllogism where the middle term or the term that does not appear in the conclusion is not distributed to the other two terms, then we call it as what? Undistributed middle fallacy. Yes? Okay. I have told you what do you mean by distribution. I have told you what do you mean by distribution. So first rule is undistributed middle fallacy. So we have middle term, right? That middle term should be distributed in any one of your premises then only we say there is no fallacy. If it distributed properly, then it is no problem. If it is not distributed, then there is a fallacy, that too specifically undistributed middle fallacy. Okay, ma'am, how to handle these kind of problems, ma'am? Okay, see, you will be given this kind of a syllogism. First step, you have to identify the type of proposition. You have to identify the type of proposition. Can you please tell me the type of proposition? Can you please tell me the type of proposition of P1, P2 and C? P1, what is a proposition? This is A type sentence. What is P2? This is also A type sentence. What is conclusion? This is also A type sentence. Yes? There was a delay. Yes, full moon, right, full moon, triple A. It is A type, A type, A type sentence. Yes. Yes. Yes, very good. All the three are A type sentences. Very good. First point is clear. Next, what you have to find is, in A type sentence, what is being distributed? Subject or predicate, both subject predicate or none, none of it. In A type sentences, what is distributed? In A type sentences, what is distributed? Yes, very good. All are giving answers. Very good. In A type sentence, what are distributed? Yes. Subject. Very good, full moon. In A type sentences, what is distributed? The subject is distributed. Okay, very good. Very good. Okay. So in all the things, the subjects will be distributed because all are A type sentences. Okay. Very good. Here we have to find out, this is the basic thing we have to do. We have to find out the type of proposition and we have to tell what has been distributed. Points over. Then we have to find out the middle term. What is the major term? What is the major term? What is the major term here? You have to go to conclusion. See, Russians. Russians is your major term. What is your minor term? What is your minor term? Antarctic cities. Okay. Yes. It is your minor term. And what is your middle term? What is your middle term? What is your middle term? See, revolutionist is your middle term. Revolutionist is your middle term. Yes, very good. Super. Now what you have to do is, you have to check whether this revolutionist is distributed in any one of the premises. Check whether the middle term is distributed in any one of the premise. Very good, very good. In any one of the premises. Check. Check, ma. Check. Very good. Whether it is distributed? Very good. All are giving right answers. Okay. Check whether the middle term is distributed in any one of the premises. What is the middle term? Revolutionist. Check. What is the subject here? What is the subject here? What is the subject here? Russians is the subject. Here the subject is Antarcticist. Okay. Is the middle term distributed? No. So here there is a fallacy and that fallacy is undistributed middle. Clear? Yes? 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 Those who don't understand the concept so far, those who have not learned this concept so far, are you clear with this concept now? Are you clear with the concept now? Yes. Okay, very good. Yes. If yes, put thumbs up, put something, nothing going. Clear? Okay, very good. So see, so the fallacy is an error. Error is in structure. One first rule is undistributed middle fallacy. How to identify? We have to go to your syllogism, and there will be premise 1, premise 2, premise a conclusion, and you have to find out the type of proposition, and then you have to tell what is the distribution, right? What is the distribution? You find it out, and then find out the major term, middle term, and the minor term. And for this fallacy, we have to find out the middle term should be distributed in any one of the premises. If it is not distributed, then there will be a undistributed middle fallacy. Yes. How did you check the middle term, ma'am? Middle term has to be in the both the premises. See, in both the premises we have revolutionist as the middle term. In both the term we have revolutionist as the middle term. So you have to check whether this term is being distributed. This term is what? Here it is predicate. Here it is what? Here it is predicate. Yes. Here this revolutionist is what? Predicate. Here it is also in the place of predicate. But see that in this sentence the subject is distributed. Here in this sentence the subject is distributed. That is how we found out Tom. Yes. Yes. You understand? Stuck. Clear? Okay. Okay means what does mean? Okay. Double okay. Term. It means double okay. Okay. Right. So this is your undistributed middle fallacy. So see, now we move to an example. Okay. Now we go to an example. Let me check. Default you can say it's an undistributed middle fallacy because we have done only one fallacy, right? Only one fallacy, right? So we can say undistributed middle. But how you identify? I just given you this example. Clear? Clear. You tell me how you identify. What is the sequence of identifying this one? Yes. Niveta, I have given you one example, Niveta. I think you can do with this. If the middle term is in both the premise, then it is distributed. Yes, if it is distributed means no problem. It is not distributed, Prashanti. That's why I am saying it's a fallacy. Very good. Shivani is right. It is fallacy of undistributed middle. Without checking, we can say. But I want you to understand how it is undistributed middle. No, don't worry. The answer is undistributed middle. No worry at all. No change at all. But I wish you all to know how it occurs. First, find out the type of sentence. This is A type. This is A type. This is A type. Yes, very good. Again, here subject is distributed. Here subject is distributed. Here is also subject is distributed. Find out your major term. Find out your minor term. Find out your middle term. Easy. Fast we can do it. Your major term is cat. Yeah, major term is cat. Your minor term is dog. Your middle term is animal. So we have to find out this middle term is distributed in your any one of your premises. Any one of your premises. We have to find out. Here what is the subject? Cat is a subject. What is subject? Dog is a subject. What has to be distributed? Animals has to be distributed, but animals has not distributed. So it is a fallacy of undistributed middle. Clear? Yes. Animals will not there be in the conclusion. Animals will not be in a conclusion because animal is the middle term. If it is there in the middle, in all the three sentences, then there is a fallacy. Okay. Middle term, animals is not distributed any other premise. That's why it's undistributed. Right? So that is why it is what? An undistributed fallacy. Clear? Yes, clear? Like? Are you able to identify? Do you able to identify the fallacy? Yes. Do you able to identify the fallacy? Yes. Clear. Major is scared. Yes. Correct. Correct. Very good. Very good. Clear. Yes. Shall I go to the next fallacy? I'll go to the next. I move to the next fallacy. Yes. That is illicit major. Yes, that is illicit major. Write it down in your notebook so that you will understand. Don't just watch like watching. Write it down in your notebook. Yes, clear. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Anand. Thank you, Full Moon. Thank you, Anil, Vinita, Kamali, Amo, Satya, Lakshmi, Saranya, Shivani, Niveta. Thank you. Next comes second fallacy, illicit major fallacy. So see there middle. The middle term is not distributed properly. Same here we come to major term. The major term has to be distributed in the what premise? Major premise. It should be distributed in the major premise. If not, it is illicit major. It is illicit major. Yes. Why animal word is not? No, animal should not be present in the conclusion. That is not the rule at all. Right? Animal should not be present in the... That is the reason actually. Reason should not come in the conclusion. Okay. That should be only in the two premises. Okay? Right. Okay. Thank you, Sheetal. Thank you. Thank you, Shivani. Animal is a common term which should be there only in the argument, not in the conclusion. Okay, see, all hot dogs are fast food. No hamburgers. Here it's a fallacy, so I cannot explain for Vanita Acharyan. Vanita, I will give you another example. Why the conclusion should not be there in the... Sorry, that middle term should not be there in the conclusion. I will tell you. Okay, I will complete this and I will tell you. See here it is P1, P2, P3. First find out A type, E type, E type. Correct? A, E, yes, right. Then next we have to find out what is distributed. Subject is distributed. E type, subject and predicate is distributed. Subject and predicate is distributed. Okay, yes. What is the major term? What is the major term? Come to conclusion. Go to the predicate. Fast food. What is the minor term? Hamburgers. Hamburgers is your minor term. What is your middle term? Stuck. Is it stuck? Is it stuck? It's clear. Is it clear? Yes, it's everything is clear. What is the middle term? The middle term is your hot dogs. Middle term is your hot dogs. Yes, right? Middle terms is your hot dogs. Yes. Hot dogs. Very good. So we have to go here. It's illicit major, right? Go to major term. Find out whether it is there, distributed in your premise 1, not in premise 2 or conclusion. It should be distributed in your major premise. The fast food should be distributed here. But here it is an A type. Subject hot dog is being distributed. This fast food is not distributed. So here it is a fallacy called illicit major. Illicit major. Yes, it's clear? Clear. Yes, clear. Geeta Senthil, Shri Ramya, Deepa, very good. Thank you. Yes. Yes. So we'll go with an example, okay? Have you noted down? Okay, we'll go with an example. Again, I am telling you the answer for this question is fallacy of illicit process of major term. No doubt at all. But tell me how it has come. Amu Satya. Yes, I will repeat again Satya. You go with an example, I will tell you. First, identify the type of proposition. Second one, find out what is the distributed. Yes, I will repeat. Yes. First, find the type of sentence. What is this type of sentence? This is a E, I, O type sentence. This is A type sentence. And this is also, this is E type sentence. In O type sentence, what is distributed? A, E, I, O, predicate is distributed. Okay. Here in A type, what is distributed? Subject distributed. E type, what is distributed? Subject and predicate distributed. I add one more term so that you will understand more. What is predicate here? What is the predicate of this proposition? Beautiful creatures. Beautiful creatures is the thing. What is the subject here? Dogs is the subject here. What is subject and predicate? Dog and bird. No need of conclusion, but I am writing it down. What is your major term? Birds. What is your minor term? Dogs. What is your middle term? Beautiful creatures. Okay. Yes. So I am telling it's illicit major. The major term birds should be distributed in your major premise. Is it distributed? See, this is not distributed. Beautiful creatures has been distributed. So here there is a fallacy of what? Illicit major. Clear? Yes, clear? Yes. Major bird, minor dog, middle beautiful. Yes, right. Right, Lekha. Bird should come in subject, but O type. Very good full moon. Very good. Clear? Repeat. Yes, I will repeat. Anjum, I will repeat. Whenever you will want to find the fallacy, formal fallacy, we have to look after the structure. First that find out the type of proposition and then find out the subject predicate. And then for your reference, I am just writing these things. If not, you don't need this. Just write this, which word will come for predicate and subject. And go to your conclusion. Find out your major and middle term. If this major term is not distributed in your major premises, this birds, the term birds should be distributed in your major premises. But here, hence it is a O type sentences. The word is not distributed. The predicate will be distributed. The predicate is beautiful creatures. So here it is illicit major. Clear? Hope clear. Yes, clear. Clear, Anjum? Anjum, it's clear. Many of you asked Sri Ramya, Bhargavi, Shivani. Clear? Shivani, clear? Bhargavi and Anjum? Yeah, clear. So this is about illicit major. So from here we move to another fallacy. Another rule is illicit minor. What will be illicit minor? Tell me, what will be illicit minor? There we discussed major, right? Here the minor term should be distributed in the minor premise. Minor term should be distributed in the, every time I want this topic, hereafter I can answer. Yes, sure, Vanita, you can answer. Minor term should be distributed in minor premise. Okay. If not, it is illicit minor. I hope this you will understand. The same thing only with respect to minor term. Can you do it? Can you identify? A type, A type, A type. Yes, minor should, yes, exactly, Anand. Minor should be in minor premise. A type, A type, A type. Here, again subject, again subject, again subject. Yes, clear. What is your major term? Catholic. Catholic. What is your minor term? What is your minor term? Jesus lovers. Jesus lovers. What is your middle term? Christian. I'm sorry. Christians is your middle term. Okay. So go to Jesus lovers. The Jesus lovers should be distributed where? In your premise 2. That is your minor premise. Is it distributed? No. The subject is distributed. What is subject here? Christians is a subject. So here it is illicit minor. Easy, na? Easy or hard? Easy or hard? Very good, Tenmuri, Swapna, Lekha. Very good. Everyone answering. Very good. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. Yes, very good. Very good. Very good. So it's illicit minor. Yes. Yes. So with an example. We'll go with an example. Yes, easy, 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 yes, easy. Do like the video. Okay. Yes, do this example. Again I am telling, what is this? This is illicit minor. Just tell me how it is illicit minor. This is illicit minor, is right? But tell me how it is illicit minor. Yes. 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 OAE. Very good. Start doing. Many of you have started doing. Kamli. This is O type. This is A type. This is E type. Here what? Predicate. Here what? Subject. Here what? Subject and predicate. Predicate is what? Your good hunters is your predicate. And what subject? Spaniels. Okay. What is your major premise? Major term. The major term is good hunters. Minor term. Minor term will be your gentle dogs. Simple, not more than that. Middle term, your spaniels. Yes, yes. Spaniels should be distributed in conclusion is not. So it is fallacy. No, Anand, spaniels is middle term. Why middle comes here? You no need of middle. You are talking about illicit minor. Good hunters, spaniels, dogs and good hunters. Yes. Good hunters, very good. So gentle dogs comes in predicate. Yes. So minor term will be your gentle dogs. Minor term should gentle dogs. Here when you go to the minor premise, here the spaniels has been distributed. Gentle dogs is not distributed. So it's a fallacy of illicit minor. Anand, do correct the sentence. Okay, now I'll give you one kind of a learning. You check for undistributed middle fallacy. Whether here is a distributed middle fallacy or not. Undistributed middle. Undistributed middle. Check. Check. Check for undistributed middle. Major, good hunters. Minor, gentle dogs. Very good. Middle spaniels. Very good, Anshum. You can able to identify. Very good. Very good. Sorry, I got a little confused. No need of confusion. Drink water. So oxygen supply will increase. The brain will start to work. Drink more water. I think brain will lack of some oxygen supply. That's why it's not thinking. So give some water, H2O to your brain, sorry, to your body. Yes? That's why I'm also taking water. Is there undistributed middle fallacy? Is there undistributed middle fallacy? Thank you, Sheetal. Thank you. Fullman, is there undistributed middle fallacy? No. What is the middle term? Yes, Anand. Take more water. What is it? Middle. Middle is panels, right? Middle term is panels. Panels is being distributed. It should be distributed in any one of the premises. So see, in subject it is being distributed. Then there is no undistributed middle term. Is there undistributed middle fallacy? Oh my God. Satya, Nandini, Niveta, is there undistributed middle fallacy? No. You check with the middle term. Panels is the middle term. Is being distributed there in the two premise? Any one of the two premise? Yes, it's distributed in the P2. Clear? Yes. Yes, very good. Again, you check for illicit major. You check for illicit major. Check for illicit major. Yes. Very good. Check for illicit major. Clear. Check for illicit major. What's your major term? Good hunters. Good hunters should be distributed in your major premise. Yes, it is distributed. So there is no fallacy of illicit major. Yes. Vijay Rani, Spanels is not distributed in P2. How? Spanels is distributed in P2. Only gentle dog is distributed. No. Vijay Rani, there is a misunderstanding. See, in premise 2, what is distributed? Spanels is distributed. Yes, Spanels is distributed. No illicit major. Very good. Those who have doubt, please kindly go back to the video, understand the concept and then move forward. If not, you will get confused. So far we have seen what are topics? We have seen undistributed middle. Yes, so we have seen illicit major. And we have seen illicit minor. Yes, clear. Okay, right. Next we move to exclusive premises. Very easy. Very easy. What do you mean by exclusive premises? A standard form categorical selection which has two negative premises, either in form of negative premises. What are negative premises? What are negative premises? That is your E-type sentence and your O-type sentence. These two are negative premises, right? If it in your premises, if you get two negative premises, then it is an exclusive premises. Fallacy of exclusive premises. Very easy. Yes, this is very easy. Whenever you notice in two premises, premise 1 and premise 2, when you have these negative premises, then I will say this is a fallacy of exclusive premises. Easy? Easy or not? Very easy this is actually. So this is what? This is a E-type sentence and this is a O-type sentence. No need of finding out the distribution, major, middle, minor, nothing. If you found out two negative premises in your premises, major and minor, simply you can say it's a fallacy of exclusive premises. Exactly. This is your E-type and this is your O-type. Clear? Yes? So I can say it is a exclusive premises. Go with an example. This is the question asked in computer science. I think it's 21. November 21. Thank you, Anand. Thank you. Yes, clear. You see here, this is a E-type sentence. Some comedians are not idiots. It's a E-type sentence. Some comedians are not tragic actors. It is a no need of going here. Okay, sorry, it's O-type. It's O-type. It's O. Okay, no need of going there. So we can simply say hence we have two negative premises, exclusive premises, fallacy of exclusive premises. Right? Yes. Very good. Super. Good. Good. Nandini, Kamali, Deepa, Lekha. Very good. Clear? Yes. Very good. Very good. Yes. I'll move the next premises. Next one. So whenever I have a negative premise, I infer a positive conclusion, then there will be a fallacy, right? I have a negative premises. The premises will be negative. Premise 1, premise 2. Okay, there will have a negative. I cannot have a positive conclusion. Next, no need to check the conclusion. Yes, exactly. No need to check. When I come to sometimes P1, P2 will be positive. When I draw a negative conclusion, then say there is a fallacy. Simple, right? Right? So whenever I have two premises and it is negative, from the premise I say a positive conclusion, then say there is an error. Think logically. I am getting two in some kind of an argument, right? You are going to give some judgment. We have two arguments, negative arguments. Can we derive a positive conclusion with that negative argument? It's not possible, right? If you give a positive conclusion, then say there is some mistake. Something he has done, that's why giving positive conclusion, we used to say, right? So we cannot give with the two negative argument, I cannot give a positive conclusion. So then there will be a fallacy. Similarly, when I have all are positive, but the judgment will be in opposite way, ulta way, then we'll say there is something he had done. That's why he has given a negative conclusion. So there is a fallacy. I hope clear, right? Right. See, you check here. So see, it's a positive sentence, right? Here it is negative, but here it is negative premise. This is a universal positive, and here it is particular negative. So here I have negative, but I have derived a particular positive. Is it not possible, right? It is not possible. So there is a fallacy. Drawing a positive conclusion from a negative premises. Positive or affirmative, both are same. Similarly, take this sentence. All triangles are three-angled. This is your universal positive. All three-angled polygons are three-sided. This is also universal positive. But I am saying some three-sided angles are not triangles. This is what? This is your particular negative. It is not possible. So I will say this is a fallacy. Right? Both sentences. Yes. Both sentence come ERO. Then it is exclusive fallacy. Which one, Vinita, you are asking? Yes. Okay. Both sentences come with negative premises means simply we can say it is exclusive premises. Right? Yes. Is the video going very slow? Yes. Yes. Clear? Clear? Okay. We'll go for the last one. Last fallacy. Okay. Again I am telling you, this is the answer for this question is fallacy of drawing affirmative conclusion from negative premise. Understand how it comes. This is what kind of sentence? This is a O type sentence. Again this is that means O means what? Particular negative. This is an A type sentence. It's a universal positive. So see, there is a negative, and here see it is a A type, that too positive. It is not at all possible. So drawing a positive conclusion from a negative premise is a fallacy. Clear? Yes, clear, I think so. Yes. Nandini, right. Right? Yes, very good, Kamli, right. Yes. I hope this fallacy, formal fallacy, will be easy for you all hereafter, right? Yes. Next we move to the last rule, existential fallacy. Yes, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for all your 100% hearts, smileys. Thank you. Thank you. Existential fallacy. This is very, very simple. No need to worry at all. If both the premises are, Lakshmi writes it out, for exclusive premise we have to check P1 and P2 only, not conclusion. Yes, yes. With that step itself we can identify. So with the existential fallacy, see, if it is A type and E type, if both the premises are universal type of sentences, if both the type of premises are universal sentences, then the conclusion cannot be particular. It should be universal, right? If it is both are universal, the conclusion should also be universal. But if it is particular, right, then we will say it is a existential fallacy, right? And say it is an existential fallacy. See here, this is A type, this is A type, and here it is coming, it is I type. It is not possible. It is a universal. If it is a universal statement, means definitely there should be a universal type of statement. Here it comes sum. With all, sum is not allowed. If it comes means, then it is an existential fallacy. It's clear? Yes? With an example, easily we can identify. Informal can also easy, but formal is headache. I thought, no. Formal is very easy. Only that distribution you should have understood, Anand. Informal will be jolly. It will be very jolly. So for this also the answer is existential fallacy. How? See, this is your universal, a positive A type sentence. This is your universal negative E type sentences. Here it is given some unicorns are not households. No, it's not allowed. Yes. There are two universal statements, and from there it comes what? Particular statement. Particular. Universal to particular, not allowed. Okay? Two universals to one particular, not allowed. Yes. Is clear? Yes. Positive. Yes. Particular negative. Particular negative, particular positive. Both is also not allowed. Clear? So I hope it's clear with your fallacy. Yes, ma'am. No, vice versa. It comes from that positive one. From here only. Yes. Clear. Yes, tomorrow informal. It will be jolly. Okay. So I hope you are clear with your formal fallacy. Those who have understood, put your comments in your comment section. Actually, I was waiting for your comments. What you have understood, I don't know. I am not getting any messages in the channel, or in the WhatsApp. So I was worried whether you would have understood or not. I don't know, right? And if it is a physical class, we can get to know whether you would understood or it's a virtual class. So I can only through your comments whether you would have understood or not. So right. So either you put it in your comment section or put it in the WhatsApp. It's better if you put in the YouTube so that I can understand you understood or not. Okay, right? I hope fallacy will be clear. Formal fallacy will be clear, and tomorrow we'll be doing informal fallacy. That will be jolly. It will be very, very easy. You can go with the stories. Okay, right? And I'll give you homework. What homework is? I have given examples, right? You check with the other fallacies. Not all the proposition will be having two or more only one fallacy will be there. You check for the other fallacies are there or not, so that you'll understand the other concepts. Yes, okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for listening. Thanks for joining. Good night. Tata. Bye bye. Put like, share with your friends. Put your comments in your comment section what you've understood. Okay. Right. See you soon tomorrow for your with informal fallacies. See you soon. Tata. Bye. Good night. Drink more water. Take rest. Bye. Bye 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 everyone. Bye.